right, hi everyone and welcome. Just going to turn down that music. We're going to get started with our 45-minute beginner HIIT class here in just a moment. You want to make sure that you've got some good comfortable cross trainers with some good cushion. You don't have to do any impact if you don't want to, and in that case you're also more than welcome to come in with bare feet. Have your water bottle handy. And we're going to get started right away with some warm-up moves that are going to lead into our workout moves later on in the class. So first I just want you to stand nice and tall, feet just a little bit wider than your hips. Let's inhale, reach up, exhale, fold forward. Good, bend the knees, roll up, shoulders down, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Good, so just moving with the breath, and we're waking up those joints and muscles. Throughout our class, I'd like you to make sure that your joints are feeling safe. We never feel a sharp, sudden pain anywhere in the joints or the muscles. And we're breathing deeply into the belly and smiling. Last one here. Now a little half jumping jack, one side and the other. So we're going to come into a couple of jumping jack variations in our class today. You're always going to have the option to come back here. So I'd like you to just keep your warm-up moves in mind so that you can come back to them anytime for kind of an active rest if things get too intense for you. So in our workout today, the nature of HIIT is having a work period and a rest period. And when we lower our heart rate consciously and recover, then we can come back to the next round full force. So here we're going to do 45 seconds of work and then 15 seconds of rest when we get into the workout. Just a few more right here. Good. Two more, and now I'd like you to step one leg back and we're going to lunge down slow. And come back up. Good. Tuck your tailbone. Brace the core. You might stay on top and just dip a tiny little bit. I want you to make sure the back heel is up off the floor and the knee pushes forward underneath the hip. We're standing tall and the hands are anywhere except on that front thigh. Dig deeper if you can. If that knee comes to the floor, that's great, as long as you maintain that alignment. Last one this side. Step in, other side, down slow. And up slow. So whenever you come into a workout, I'd like you to always make sure that you warm up, coming into some nice, slow, focused movement so that we can move forward with a little bit more consciousness, decrease our chances of injury, and get a whole lot more out of our workout. Good. You got it, guys. So remember, hand placement is up to you. 4 more. Good. Breathe. Just 1 more. Now we'll heel raise. Wide feet, one side and then the other. Good. So breathing nice and deep. So right here, we're just waking up those shoulders. Bigger range of motion if you can. And waking up the knees too. And I want you tuning into the core. Make sure it's working. We're going to do a little bit of floor work in our warm-up too, to make sure we're properly engaging the core. So now I want you to hold here, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Bring the hands to the floor. And we're going to come into a little walkout, just in a plank. Hips back. Stand up. Roll onto the heels. Reach up. Breathe in. So this is our modified walkout. Knees down. Core strong, shoulders down, come back up. If you can't comfortably come up and down from the floor, you don't have to. I'm going to do my best to offer you lots of options, even when we do the floor work, that you can do from standing. Bring it back, rock onto the heels, breathe in, come on down. Good. Now I want you to hold in plank pose. Just for a moment, shoulders down and back, away from the ears. Spread the fingers and push the hands into the floor. And we're going to talk about options. Your elbows can come to the floor anytime. You can lift the knees if you like a little bit more right now. Suck your belly button toward the spine, and we're breathing nice and deeply. Good. Now, we're going to tap one knee down and then the other, or if your knees are on the floor, I'd like you to lift one knee and then the other. Squeeze your shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe. So the first 8 minutes or so of your workout should always be your warm-up phase. Good. Breathe. Right on, guys. 2 more just like that. Now sit back into the heels. And we're going to rock forward into plank again. Sit back, child's pose. Keep those shoulders down, spread the fingers. When you come forward, I want you to line your shoulders up right over the wrists. Breathe. Now hold here, knees are on the floor this time. Good, squeeze your core. Now we're gonna lift one leg and put it down, and the other, and down. If your arms are getting tired, sit back further. I want you to think about engaging the glutes. Breathe. Good. So all of us have our knees down on the floor for now. I know some of you guys could work harder, but we're gonna hold off for another few minutes. Breathe. 4 more. Feel strong through your core. Shoulders are down as far as they'll go. Last one. Let's roll over and come into a little bit of bridge variation. So laying down onto the floor, shoulders down away from the ears. And we're just going to lift the hips up toward the sky. And then bring them back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Good. 3 more just like that. So this is your variation. Good. Yeah, you can always come back here if that's more comfortable for you. No tension in the neck and shoulders at all. 2 more just like that. Good. Last one here. Now you can hold on top or take a rest and bring one knee into the chest. We're going to grab it with the arm on that side and reach out with the other arm. Suck your belly button toward the spine and drive to your supporting heel. Good. Single reps for 8. Good. 7, 6. You can bring both feet to the floor anytime. 4 more just like that. 3, 2, last one. Good. Now you can release to switch sides or hold on top, and we're going to bring that other knee in. Grab the knee, the other arm reaches out to the side. Check your positioning first. There's no tension in the neck and shoulders. You're driving into your supporting heels, sucking the belly button toward the spine. 8 single reps. Breathe in. 7, 6. Good. 5. Great job, guys. You're doing great. 2. Last one. Now we're going to finish our warm-up with just a little bit of crunch. Shoulders down and back. You can bring those heels in close to the body or extend the legs further if you need to. Your fingertips are going to support the head. Take a deep breath in on the bottom. Exhale and just lift the shoulder blades up off the floor and just hold here for a second. I want you to really focus on squeezing your belly button toward the spine and your lower back down into the floor. Your shoulders are wide and low. And if you want to stay down here and just do that contraction, pushing your lower back down and your belly button toward the spine, that's fine too. Breathe. Inhale down nice and slow. Exhale up. Inhale down. We're just going to do 10 of these. If you want a little bit more right now, raise those shins up so that they're parallel with the floor. This is 4. 5. Lengthen your thumbs down and see how far you can go with those shoulders. Way down, away from the ears. Good. And 6. And 7. Did we say 10? That's what we're going with. 8. Good. Keep it strong, guys. 9. Last one here. And 10. Great. Okay. Come on up. Grab a drink of water on the way. And we're going to get our timer started and come into our first round of HIIT training. Good. Let's get my timer going here. So I'd like you to get started with just a nice, easy step tap side to side. Good. Start to get that heart rate going and breathe deep. Get the arms into it. You're not working too hard just now. All right, so staying nice and low in that movement. And our first goal is just to tune into the body. So now we're going to come into our skater, if you're ready, tapping behind instead of just the step tap. I want you to really focus on the length of your spine, keeping the shoulders down and back, and breathing deeply. Dig a little deeper if you can. Good. And breathe. So this is still, consider this your HIIT warm-up phase, is just this first round that we're doing. And each one of our rounds, again, is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We have a couple that are going to be a full minute of work when we're doing different exercises on each side of the body. You only have less than 10 seconds left here. Breathe. 3, 2, and break. Good. Now, when we take our breaks, I want you to take nice deep breaths into the belly. Let your muscle tissue recover, and that way you'll be able to come back to the next round even stronger. 5 seconds. Our next move is a jump forward, shuffle back. If you want less, step and shuffle or step and step. Let's go. Good. Now remember, keep it nice and easy at first, especially if you're not sure of how your joints and muscles are going to respond. No impact is fine. You're still getting a great workout. Dig in deeper if you can. And if you are jumping, use your arms for momentum and land as softly as you can to the heels. Your knees should be like springs, and your bum should come as close to the floor as you can get it. Keep your shoulders down. Relax the neck and upper body. Less than 10 seconds. Keep breathing deep. Good. 3, 2, break. 15 seconds. Let's find our music again. So, focus on consciously lowering that heart rate. We do that by breathing deeply into the belly, in through the nose and out through the mouth if you can. Jumping jacks now. Remember your warm-up move. You might be here. We're in full jumping jacks now if you're ready. If you need less, you can alternate. So something in between is fine too. Do 4 reps here and 4 reps intensify. As we go, I'm going to offer you additional options to make these movements harder, okay? So we're just taking it easy for now. Breathe. And again, these are like springs. That's where your safety is in the flexibility of your joints, which we use when we move. Good. Breathe. Just 10 seconds. Whew. Keep smiling, guys. We're into it now. Good. 5. Reach up with those arms. Bigger range of motion if you can. Good. And break. 15 seconds. Breathe deep. Next move is your switch lunge. Option 1, lunge one side and then the other. Or lunge on one side and pulse for 7. Switch sides and pulse for 7. Or you can switch with me. When you're ready, jump in. Good. 45 seconds is a long time to do a plyometric movement like this. So you'll probably want to alternate, at least this time. Remember to breathe deeply into the belly, in through the nose and out through the mouth as much as you're able. Dig deeper if you can. So HIIT training doesn't have to be cardio training necessarily. It can be muscular training. And that's what we're doing here. If you alternate your cardio movements with your muscular strength training movements, you'll have a better time and get better training results too. It'll be easier. Good. Almost there. 3, 2, and break. 15 seconds. Last movement is our burpee. So, reach up, hands down, step or jump out, step or jump in, and reach up. I'll show you the options in a minute. Start when you're ready. Option 1, burpee setup only. Reach up and squat down. Option 2, you've seen, step out, step in. Option 3 is to jump out and in. You can also jump on top if you want more. Remember, springs in the joints. Breathing deeply, keeping the shoulders down, core strong. Remember, this is just round one of round 1. So this is our first set. We're going to do 3 of these. And they're going to get harder every time. So save some energy. Good. Right on, guys. 5 seconds. Keep smiling, make it work for you. Right on. And break. Good, shake it off. We're taking a 30-second break this time. Grab a drink of water. And we're going to come into our second set of round 1. So again, breathe deeply into the belly, in through the nose and out through the mouth. See if you can lower your heart rate down. And we begin with skater in 5 seconds. Great. All right, let's go. Tap one side then the other. 45 seconds of each movement. If you want more, bigger jump. Just extend that range of motion. Keep your core strong. Suck the belly button toward the spine. Good. You're doing great, guys. Yeah, keep smiling. That makes it all easier. You have 20 seconds left here, that's all. Remember, tone it down anytime. If you need less, remember, we're just working on getting a little bit better every time. A little bit faster, maybe a little bit stronger. And some days you might take steps back, and that's okay too. It's all part of the process. So just breathe into it, use it. Pat yourself on the back for showing up. And break. 15 seconds. Breathe. See if you can make your exhalation longer than your inhalation and force it, pressing it out, and that's going to help you to slow that heart rate more quickly. Jump, shuffle now. Jump, shuffle back. Good. Jump, shuffle back. If you're jumping, you're landing low. If you don't want to impact, step. You can squat in front. Step, you can squat in back. Remember to, if you are stepping, try and alternate legs that you start the movement with. So first one on the right side and the next one on the left side. Okay? Good. 15 seconds. Keep smiling, guys. Keep it strong. Use those arms. Whew. Right on. Land low. 5, 3, and break. Good. 15 seconds. Shake it off. Well done. Okay. So next is our jumping jack. In 5 seconds, option, power jack. Okay, so you can come into half jack. Start now or whenever you're ready. If you need a longer break, you can always take one, okay? Just make sure that you're not stopping altogether if you can help it. A little march in place is better than stopping altogether. And we should never just sink down and lower the head below the heart, because none of us want to faint. That's one of the rules, there's none of that. Keep the shoulders down. This might be a recovery move for you, or it might be bigger than that. Dig in deeper if you can. 15 seconds here. Good. Bigger range of motion if you're able. Suck your belly button toward the spine. Good. You're doing great, guys. 3, 2, and break. 15 seconds. Grab water if you need it. Tiny sips so that we don't get cramps. And then our next move is our jump lunge, or switch lunge. So again, start whenever you're ready. One side and then the other. Or you can do the full switch. Good. Another option is to just do one side for 3 and then the other side for 3. That's a lot of fun if you're getting bored with the standard plyometric move. Good. Breathe. 20 seconds. Right on, guys. Keep going. Never stop moving if you can help it. Hopefully you guys have a towel nearby. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. Good. Breathe deep and break. Good. Okay, remember guys, deep breaths. Right on. Whew. I gave you a little bit longer there. Good stuff, I think we needed it. So the next one is our burpee. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. All right, so burpee, and again, those options, you can reach up, hands down, walk out, walk in, or you can jump. Start whenever you're ready. And as much jump or as little jump as you want. Remember guys, the only requirement here is to do our best. And by that I mean we're really incorporating our focus, our mind-body awareness. We're being gentle with ourselves. We're not here because we hate our bodies, we're here because we love them. So remember that too. Good. Brace your core and just strive to do just a little better every time if you can. Breathe. Keep moving guys, keep it strong. 10 seconds here. That's all, no problem. Step it down if you need less. Great. And break. Shake it off. 30 seconds this time. A little bit longer. And we have one more round of this. So this is number 1. And then we have round 2 with a fair amount of mat work. Good. All right, 7 seconds to your break. Breathe deeply, grab water if you need. Last skater. So you can step tap, make it bigger if you need, or if you want the most, skiers now. Swing the arms. Same rules apply as to any of our jumps, any lower body impact exercise. We land softly through the knees, drop the hips down. Good. Breathe. You got it, guys. 20 seconds. Step it down if you need less at any point, just for 1 or 2 And we never want to feel like we're working too hard. That's the goal. Just hard enough, maybe a little bit beyond that. Good. 5 seconds. Lower if you can. Even if you're stepping, see if you can squat. Pause and break. Great. Jump shuffle now. In 5. And here we go. This is one of those movements that can't really get a lot harder. All I want you to do is see if you can jump further or higher if the space allows. You can use your arms for momentum, swing them, make sure you're bracing your core. And a good trick, you guys know, is always to exhale on the exertion. So when you're back here, breathe in, exhale when you jump, and shuffle back. 2, 1, break. Ooh. All right, nice deep breaths. And we're switch lunging next. I might have cut you short there. I do apologize. Switch lunge, variation of your choice. And remember, you can tone it down or you can tone it up. So 45 seconds here. We only have 2 exercises left to this round, and then we're coming into the next one. We're almost halfway done with the class, guys. Does it feel like more than that? We might jump. Keep those shoulders down. Brace your core. Good. And remember, that jump is only if it's comfortable for your joints. Dig a little deeper if you can. 15 seconds. Slow it down if you need to. Anytime. Check in with your knees, hips, and lower back here. Good. 3, 2, and break. 15 seconds. Whew. Last set of burpees. Breathe, lower your heart rate. You guys all know what the burpee looks like. You know what the setup looks like. If you want more, jumping jack on the top and the bottom. Ready? Jump in. Good. You're doing great, guys. Keep moving. Nice deep breaths. And remember, too, that if you start to feel dizzy or nauseated at any point, you're going to want to just take it to a march in place. Even sit down if you need to, right? So just pushing as hard as is comfortable for you today. That's going to change every day. Good. 15 seconds. Keep it nice and strong. If you're going down to the floor, those hands are solid down onto your shoulders, and the shoulders are strong. Good. Great, break. 15 seconds. Oh no, 30 seconds this time, guys. And then we're going to come into our walkout. So again, grab water, maybe whether or not you think you need it. And our walkout is just like we did in the warm-up. Bend the knees, walk out and come back. Or you can come with me, keeping the legs straight, reaching up, breathing in, folding forward, walking out. And then bringing it back. Good, jump in whenever you're ready. Great. So now we're slowing it down to muscular focus. I'd like you to consider that the worst part of the class is behind us now. All of that plyometric cardio stuff is pretty much done with. And we're going to bring it down to core and upper body strength. Breathe. Good. Keep moving, guys. Great. Okay, break. Nice deep breaths. 15 seconds. Good. And if you feel like standing still is just too much of a change for your system, you might just want to tap in place, one side then the other. 15 seconds, 5 seconds, and we're going to come down onto hands and knees. We're going to demo that bear crawl now. So I just want you to lift the knees up off the floor, shoulders down and back. You might just lift and lower. Good. Or you can come with me and tap one leg back, bring it in, other side, and bring it in. Out and in. Good, so this is an endurance pose. I want you to think about using your core and your glutes more than anything. Make sure that the starting point for your knee is always directly underneath your hip. Good, breathe. Keep it nice and strong, guys. Keep it low. Right on, you have 5 seconds here. One side and the other. Great. And knees down. We're going to roll over now for our crunch pike. So onto the back. In our warm-up, we learned our crunch variation, nice and easy. Or you can come with me. We're going to reach for the ankles, pike out. Reach and pike. If you're coming into the full variation, I want you to make sure, again, you're squeezing your belly button toward the spine and your lower back down to the floor. You might want to slow down. You might want to go arms only. No problem. Breathe deep and keep it nice and strong. Good. Keep going, guys. Plank jacks are coming up next. Don't stop moving. Good. Great. Yes. 10 seconds left to go here. So now we're going to come into plank in 5 seconds. Here's your full option. Here with jacks, just like we did at the bottom of the burpee. Or you can come down onto the knees and just lift one leg and then the other, as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable doing, as long as you can keep your body nice and still. Check that your shoulders are down away from the ears and you're breathing as deeply as you can into the belly. Good. Suck the belly button toward the spine. Push the hands into the floor. Good. Keep the neck long and the shoulders down. More options. You can tap one foot then the other. You can tap one knee then the other. It's all you guys. You can come down onto the elbows if that's better for you. Make this your class. Breathe. Good. Yep. And break. 15 seconds. Now we're going to come into our oblique pulse. So we're doing half on one side, half on the other. This is our 160-second movement. So I'd like you to come onto your side. Option one is just to lay right down and just squeeze the obliques and hold, or do repetitions. Or you can come with me whenever you're ready and come up onto the side, onto the knee or onto the feet. And we're reaching up toward the sky, and we're just going to pulse those hips. Shoulders down away from the ears. Your feet can be stacked. One can be in front or behind the other. Good. Check that your bottom elbow or hand is directly underneath the shoulder. Good. Breathe. Pulse, pulse. All right, switch sides. Set it up first, and then pulse when you're ready. So when we come to this sequence the next time, I'd like you to remember what side you finished on here, so you can start on this side next time. Feel those muscles on the side body working. Push your bottom elbow down into the floor. Breathe. Top hand is wherever you need it to be. Good. And break. 15 seconds. Smile. Good. That's the most important part of the class. Make your brain happy to be here, really. Now we're going to come into our walkout again in 5. So come to standing. Good. Let's go. Option of your choice. You might just be here with a little fold forward and roll up, or you might bend the knees, bringing the hands to the floor and coming into table pose. Or you might come with me all the way. Legs are straight. We walk it out into full plank, lift the hips and walk back. Good. Shoulders way down, away from the ears. Good. Yeah. Brace through that core, guys. You got it. 15 seconds. Take a break. Slow it down if you need to, especially if your shoulders start to feel compromised, as if they're weak. Breathe. 5, 3, and we break. 15 seconds. Shake it off. Stretch whatever you think needs it. And in 10 seconds, we're coming down onto our bear crawl. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Table pose for our yogis, and we're just lifting those knees, lowering them back down. Lift and lower, or hold here and pulse, or extend one leg and then the other. Good. Shoulders down away from the ears, and we're sucking the belly button toward the spine. Keep it nice and strong. And remember, guys, form has to come first, and then our strength will follow from there. So just be reminded that we want to be exhibiting that perfect form, and then beyond that, everything's going to get better. So keep moving. Right on, guys. 5 seconds. 3, and break. Fantastic. Okay. Rolling over into our crunch pike. Or just crunch. Take a little break. And again, stretch on the way. You know, anything that you feel needs to be worked out a little bit, just address it. And your option, just a little crunch. Start whenever you're ready. Shins can be up if you want a little more. Shoulders way down. Good. Or you can come with me and reach for the ankles. Reach out. Bring it in and reach. In. And remember, you might want to slow it right down. You might want to go only upper body or only lower body. Good. The only requirement is that we're squeezing that belly button toward the spine and the spine into the floor and the shoulders are down and there's no pain in our joints. Good. Bring it on, guys. 7 seconds. Don't speed up if things are starting to slow down and hurt. Good. And release. 15 seconds. Breathe. And again, just grab a drink of water, take a little break, take a longer break if you need one. We're coming into the oblique pulse next. Good. So one side, remember that first option. Lay it right down if you need to. We start on the side that we finished on last time. And here we go. Good. So now in this movement too, I want you to press your hips forward and reach through those top fingertips if the arm is reaching up. Shoulders are wide. Good. All right, switch. 30 seconds on the other side. Lengthening through the fingertips. Good. And we're feeling this the most in those little muscles on the bottom side body. Good. Lengthen the neck. Don't let the head drop or the chin come to the chest. Breathe. Great. 5, 3, 2, and release. Great job. Okay, last round. Coming into our walkouts now. So stand. All right, standing nice and tall. Shake it off, guys. Stretch whatever needs it. Now in our walkout, start whenever you're ready. I think we all remember that and what the modifications look like. If you want more, reach up, walk out, push up on the bottom, walk back, and reach. Good. Keep going with whatever modification is comfortable for you. Remember that you can alternate. Good. Breathe deep. Right on. Less than 20 seconds, guys. And this is our last round of serious exercises, I think. Yes, it absolutely is. And that means that we're coming into our stretch very, very shortly. So you only have 5 seconds left. Breathe. Good. And release when you're ready. Come on down to the floor. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. In 5 seconds with our bear crawl progression. Shoulders down. Suck your belly button toward the spine. Come with me when you're ready. Lift and lower. Or pulse. Or extend one leg and then the other. Remember to bring that knee right back underneath the hip. That's really important. And also that our hands are directly under the shoulders. Shoulders down. Remember to breathe. This should be one of those movements that really is a whole lot harder than it looks, I hope. I hope. That's what we want. Good. Because that means that we're training our stabilizers, all that stuff that's going to help us to move better in the gym and in life. Don't drop your head. Lengthen the neck. Good. Less than 10 seconds. Breathe into it, guys. We're almost there. Great. And release. 15-second break. So at the beginning of that class, this class, I bet those breaks seem pretty long, eh? Yeah, so use them. You can see now how HIIT training works. Our goal is to recover faster every time and maintain that focus and mindfulness. Okay, let's go with our crunch pike. Or just crunch, whatever you want to do here, as long as your focus is those abdominal muscles. So remember, static contraction is always an option. You might be here, not moving your joints, and just squeezing belly button towards your spine, spine into the floor. That will also help you get stronger. So just remember that. Whatever it is you're doing, it's going to help. Keep with it and breathe into it. Good. Perfect form first. Right on. Good. Nice deep breaths, guys. Good. Okay, break. 5 seconds, and we're going to come into our plank jack now. So this is really one of our hardest moves. Modify if you need to. Full version right here. Jacking those feet out and in, and stabilizing through our upper body, our core, and our glutes. Knees are soft. Options. Come right back in a table pose if you need to, and just lift one knee out to the side and then the other. The goal is to not move the body at all, whatever it is we're doing with the legs. You can come down onto the elbows or the knees anytime if you need to. Breathe deep. 15 seconds. Squeeze those shoulders down and back. Keep breathing, guys. Keep that neck long. Don't let the head drop. 4, 3, and knees down. Oh, great job. Last oblique pulse round. So now again, coming onto the side body. Switching sides from the last time. If you remember what side you finished on. And here we go. Single reps or pulse. Keep that belly button sucked in toward the spine. Don't let it pop out. And we're feeling that muscular contraction on that bottom left side body. Push your bottom elbow down. If that top arm is reaching up, extend toward the sky. Stack the shoulders. Good. Switch. Reach up. And pulse. Suck that belly button in. Keep the shoulders wide and down. It's our last move, guys, and then we're done with our workout and into the stretch. You have 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds. Great, breathe. Keep it strong, just hold if that's what you need. 2 seconds, and release. Good, bring the knees down. Sit back into the heels. Little child's pose. Let your knees and feet go wherever they want. You can rock from side to side here. Good. Now let's just walk the body to one side. If you feel dizzy or nauseated, come up onto the hands, raising the head a little bit higher above heart level. When you're ready, you can walk the hands over toward the other side and loosen it back. Great job. Now come back to center. You might want to grab a mat or a cushion for underneath your knee. And we're going to step 1 foot forward, pressing the hips down toward the floor and tucking the tailbone. Good, so we've got a good few minutes for a stretch and cool down. I want you to breathe deeply into these movements and bring your attention back into your body. When we get tired, we have a tendency to lose that mind-body connection while we just try and push harder. And we really want to bring it back now. That's going to help us to tune in better next time. Good, straighten out that back leg if it's comfortable for you. We're looking for the stretch in the front of the left hip. Now the back knee is going to come to the floor, and we're going to reach behind us with the arm on the back leg side. The arm on the front leg side can straighten out, and you're going to twist. Now if this cool down got too slow too quickly for you, then you can stand up and march if you feel like your heart rate is being forced to lower too quickly. And signs of that would be something like dizziness or nausea or something like that. So just be mindful of where your body is today. Good, and now hands down to either side of the front foot, stepping forward and then stepping back on the other side. Back knee always comes to the floor first, even if you feel more flexible today. And we're going to bring the elbows to the front thigh, press the hips toward the floor, tuck the tailbone, shoulders are down and wide, neck is long and the chin is tucked. And notice where you can relax into this static stretch. So you've always got to cool down after your workout, and static stretching is a great way to do that. Our muscles are really warm, and they're going to respond better to flexibility training. If you'd like, you can curl the back toe under and lift the back knee up off the floor. So we're stretching and holding for a few breaths on a specific muscle group. This should only be done after your workout, except for when it comes to this muscle. If you're doing squats, you can, what it does is puts it to sleep, and it causes it to weaken, and that forces other muscles to engage. So if you put the hip flexor to sleep, your glutes are set to engage better. Tuck the tailbone. Good, and now when you're ready, bring that back knee down. And if you'd like, you can reach back with the arm on the back leg side and straighten out the arm on the front leg side. Relax your hips down toward the floor and breathe. Good. Lengthen the neck, suck the belly button toward the spine. So our core is still strong. We're still maintaining that spinal stability. And now release the hands down to either side of the front foot and step forward into forward fold, or you can bring the hands to the thighs if that's not comfortable for you for any reason. Good, and now roll up, shoulders down, reach up, little back bend, and release. And now we're going to come into a little bit of balance and our figure four. So test of our balance, always good to do during, before, after workout, anytime. Rock back and forth across the balls of the feet and the heels. And we're going to reach the arms out to the sides and overhead and come up onto the toes. This is just to show us where our balance is today, more or less. Good, one more deep breath in. And we'll exhale down onto the heels, release the arms, come closer to a wall or a piece of furniture if you need. And we're going to shift to the left leg, bend the left knee, bring the right shin across the left thigh, and draw that leg into position. The hands can come into prayer. And we're looking for a stretch in the right glute med and abductors of the right thigh. If you'd like more than this, you can very gently press down on the right knee with that hand. You can tip forward from the hip and straighten your supporting leg if you'd like, arching the lower back just a little bit to deepen the stretch. Good, breathe. You can sit down deeper if you want to. This is still endurance training. Feel your glutes working. And now we'll stand, release the right foot, bring it around behind the left leg. Doesn't really matter what side you're on, just make sure you switch when I do. We're standing nice and tall, tuck the tailbone, lace up the core. Arm on the front leg side comes to the hip, arm on the back leg side reaches up as we breathe in, and then we exhale and bend from the belly button to the crown of the head. Open up your right rib cage. Lengthen through the fingertips, shoulders are down, away from the ears. Good. Now let's inhale and come up, tip forward from the hip, hands to the front, bent knee, and we'll lift our tailbone up toward the sky. So, again guys, just relaxing into those stretches, tuning back into the body, really important. We worked really hard today, and those muscles are going to feel a whole lot better later on, and so are our joints if we give them a hand now. You can untwist the legs anytime, bringing them to hip width apart with the same guideline of having the hands on one bent knee and having the other leg straight. Now let's bring both hands to the bent knee, step out to hip width, and we'll roll up, coming along to the other side. Standing nice and tall. Shifting to the right leg now, or just switching sides if you're on the other side. Bend the right knee. Left foot comes across the right thigh, find your balance, and you can draw that leg into position. Now just a reminder too, that focusing your gaze on anything that's not moving, preferably 6 feet away from you or less, is going to help your balance. Lift your tailbone toward the sky. Feel the stretch through that glute med and the side of that left thigh. Driving your supporting heel. You can bring the hands to prayer. You can sit on the floor if you want to and straighten out that leg more if you'd like. And we're always breathing deeply. Good. Notice where you can relax. And we'll bring it up. And release that left leg. Left foot comes across behind the right. And we're going to stand up nice and tall, tuck the tailbone, firm up the core, shoulders down and back. Hand on the front leg side comes to the hip, arm on the back leg side reaches up. And we exhale and relax. Good. Brace your core, bend. We could say that yoga should be a part of every workout. Certainly flexibility training should, but every workout is yoga. So just remember that too when you're training. It's not you against your body, it's you and your body, mind, and spirit training together. And that's how we get better faster. Good. Breathe. And now inhale, come up. And we'll exhale, tip forward. Front bent knee, straight back leg, or unwrap the legs. Right leg is straight with the hands on the bent knee, or bent rather, and the left leg is straight. Good, so just find that proper positioning. Just remember never to put weight on a straight joint. We always want to be on the bent joint for safety. And then we'll step out, roll up, shoulders down, breathe in deep, reach up. Exhale, release. And give yourselves a hand. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I know you all worked so hard. So just let us know, as always, if there's any questions about anything, especially if you weren't sure if you were doing it right or if it hurt funny today or later, just let us know. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. See you next time.